Hello everybody. Like already said, my name is Tomi and I'm here to talk about digital twin, which is an interesting thing and something about empathic building. But before we go to the empathic building, I want to spend few minutes with digital twin concept. Here we can actually see two different type of digital twins in this picture. And it's actually the same building, but in a higher picture, there is quite many things missing. And what is missing from that digital twin? It's actually the content, real-time content. So for clarity, let's call this up version of the digital twin BIM model. BIM model is like a 3D floor plan and a digital copy of the building also. And digital twin in my narrative and my story, which I will tell you, is about the human-centric content. And let's say, have you ever heard about the story that BIM model is solving your end-user daily problems? Have you ever heard a story about that you are going to meet a customer? You are going to go and visit a big, large corporation, and you are going into this building, you are coming into the lobby, you see big screen there, you see the BIM model, and this BIM model tells you where is your meeting, where you are supposed to meet your customer. You have never heard of that type of story, because BIM models and the structure and the digital copy of the physical building doesn't actually solve any daily problem of the end user. And now, if you don't remember anything else from my presentation today, remember that the digital twin, which is actually a digital copy of the physical environment, created a digital copy. It's the same, but digital. The only one that can solve end-user problems, they actually matter. All BIM models and other type of digital twins, you can, let's go on. Empathic building. What is empathic building? Empathic building is the digital twin, but it solves actual end-user problems. And by solving end-user daily problems, it creates the value to our customers. Okay, now you are wondering how this happens. And I would a little bit spend time before we go to the practical examples with the value proposition, which is better employee experience. So the best digital twin that you can ever buy from the market currently is the one that creates better employee experience. Why? It is because if your day is smooth, let's say that the digital twin brings the invisible data visible in your daily situations, and you don't need to spend time for searching things and things just flow smoothly. What happens is that the end user will be more happier. Yeah, they will smile, they will act happy, they will actually share the happiness. And what that means then, that this happy person is going to perform. And what is the company who doesn't want the employees to perform? I cannot now see your hands. I wonder that did someone actually raise a hand and said that, no, I don't want my employees to perform. Okay, then you are not our customer. That's fine. But only the performing people, they make your company success. They bring you more money, more customers, more revenue, more profitability. It's so simple. It's actually super simple. And before we go to the practical examples, what technology and the digital twin can solve, during your normal day at the office. Let's call it normal day at the office, where you meet your digital twin. Before we go there, we need to understand that the full employee experience is not only the technology, the apps and the access control and the things you use, lunch payments or bookings or whatever. It's not only the technology. Of course, the physical space, what type of layout you have. Is there areas that I can concentrate? Is there a phone booth if I need to take a call during the day so that my colleague can keep coding and will not be interrupted by me? And then, of course, the work culture. And we need to remember that especially in the large corporations, the work culture can vary. Even inside of the one organization, there are multiple teams, multiple business units, and there can be different work cultures that we also need to cater. There is no such thing as a HR manual, one-size-fits-all manual that can cater all different cultures, but the future digital twins, they actually can. All right, now let's go to the practical examples, because we have already seen this kind of technology stack we are talking about. For example, in our Haltian, we have the full stack to provide from the user interface to the lowest level of sensor and so on. But we need to remember one thing. We need to integrate this data into the daily lives, because only in IoT, the integration layer actually brings value. It's not the sensor. It's important, sensor, and how reliable they are. Like our sensors made in Oulu or Haukipudas, very reliable and secure, as you have already heard. Sensors, they are important. Gateways, they are important. Data lake, big data, and the platform. Of course, that's important, but none of that actually solves those daily problems. And to be honest, they are always a cost when talking about end-to-end services to our end customers. They are just a cost if their actual value layer is missing. And Empathic Building is the digital twin that integrates the sensor and human-created content to the one user interface, which solves the daily problems of the end users. It actually doesn't solve one huge problem and the most expensive problems that typically CFOs are seeking. Can your solution, instantly save 10 million euros for me in next 6 months? No, it doesn't do that. But what it does, it solves 25 small ones during the day. And those are, think about if you have a situation during your workday that you don't know where your colleagues are, you are a little bit missed from the scheduled meeting, you don't remember where the meeting room was, which was called Linnanmäki, I don't know, was it in 3rd floor, I cannot remember. Or where are the documents from the project management? I cannot even remember the name of the project manager, and so on and so on. We have 25 of those small things missing during our workday when talking about the knowledge working environments. And Empathic Building is solving those all. You don't need to search. And how we integrate is the info screens. Yes, Empathic Building actually works perfectly on mobile phone. It's actually I cannot say only, but let's say one of the only digital twins on this planet which runs smoothly on mobile phone without extensively big and long loading times. It's a perfect on mobile, but there is an extra 5 to 7 seconds that you need to spend during your day. For example, where is the meeting room? called Paris. I think it was there, or I think it was there, or let me take my phone. Yeah, that's a bad user experience. So that's why we bring the digital twin using the info screens and touch screens to the daily life of the end user. This is how we integrate. And this is very important how to integrate. Because if you want to take the full benefit of the user interface of the building, do not hide it to the inside structure of intranet or put it to the wrap it as an app and put it to the store where you need to know, okay, now I'm in this building, I need to download this app, and no. Provide the data in the daily situations of the end user. And that's how you get these motivated, happy, and performing people. And now, it's not the cost-saving thing. And this is one thing what I hate. I hate the word productivity when we are talking about the knowledge working environments. You cannot measure people productivity. No, you can't. But you can measure happiness. And you just need to believe me that the happy people, they are productive. They perform maximum. Let's have a practical example. One of my favorites all the time, and one of the first use cases we ever solved with Empathic Building user interface. Meeting room booking. All right, now I do this virtual poll. Hand up, audience who loves book meeting rooms. Ha! I don't see any hands. Yes, exactly. That's an admin work that no one actually wants to do. No one doesn't want to book meeting rooms. But we do it in our daily lives. Why? Well, because we have the real-time data and the digital data and the Empathic Building missing. Because with the real-time data, when you see which rooms are currently empty, where is the booking, when the next booking happens, you actually don't need to book room beforehand. And it's not the time saving. Let's say that if I meet 3 customers every day, and when we were actually in the physical offices, and soon we will go back to those offices again and meet face to face. Let's say that, and I spend 5 minutes per booking. It's maybe 10 minutes every day I save that I don't book meeting rooms. And it's not the 10 minutes I have saved which makes me happy, but the fact that I don't need to do the work, what I hate. I hate admin work. I hate room booking. I know there is people like management assistants who are actually, I have heard that they actually love to book, and that's totally fine. But me as an end user, I don't like that. But then there is plenty of small things that even management assistants doesn't want to do. They don't love to, do those invoices and stuff like that. There is multiple things that we can automate nowadays. And trust me, if you are now considering to invest digital twin or BIM model, if you have a BIM model which cannot solve anybody's problems, it's actually just a cost for you, or you have an empathic building and the digital twin which solves end user problems in their daily lives, which one you will select? Of course, you will select the empathic building because that's the correct key of your company success in a short and especially in a longer period of time, especially if you are investing to the employee experience and you want to attract talent and you want to be a leader. Only the leading companies are selecting empathic buildings and rest will follow. Same actually happens in hospital environment, and I think after now my story, you can imagine what would be those things that can help nurses to survive in their daily life. Thanks. for listening.
Thank you, Tomi. Wow, what a keynote. Thank you so much for that. We got a lot of questions. We don't have time to take them all, but our friends at Haltian will be answering all comments and questions, at least online. But from you, and my favorite line was, forget productivity. Let's focus on happiness. And let's focus on that with this first question from Jeff, who asks very simply, what is the biggest benefit for end users and that they get from using a digital twin and empathic buildings? So what is the biggest benefit? Is it happiness? Or what is it?
Yeah, well, the happiness is outcome.
Yeah.
I think the biggest benefit is that you actually don't need to spend time for searching. Think about you, suddenly all the data is there. You have a full visibility to everything, where your colleagues are, where your documents are, where are the rooms, and so on. That's it. And that's, like I said,
and that
25 small ones, not one huge one.
And that makes you more productive in the end, doesn't it?
More performance.
More performance. Okay.
Yeah. CFOs are talking about productivity.
Yes, and there are a few online, so let's be nice. Okay. So Risto K asks you, digital twins, are they also available for older building, or are they only for buildings they already have design made by digital systems?
Really good question. Our digital twin is the most cost efficient to implement. It's first of all, it's a multi-tenant solution. It's one of the rare ones. So we don't create anything building specific. And actually we can deliver even the retrofit if you have let's call them shitty floor plans, which we receive quite a lot.
Yes, we know those. Yes.
Without no scale, you need to measure. We can deliver one day, same day.
That's amazing. Wow. Very efficient.
Yes.
And Tuomo asks you this question. Lighting is as important as HVAC when it comes to ecological and comfort aspects. What's the role of lighting in Haltian's smart building vision?
It's not even a vision, actually. We have a working solution which can change the color of the light depending of the personal preferences of the end user. For example, what you are doing. And let's say that if I need to concentrate, we can provide light that helps you to concentrate. Or if you want to be super active or collaborate, we can provide light colors that can support that. So it's not a vision. It's a reality
It's
already.
a reality.
Yeah,
it's
it is.
There.
Yes.
It's available now. And we're getting people asking you, how do you measure happiness? And wonder, well, Finns are the most happy people in the world already, but they can be happier with these kind of solutions, I'm sure. And one thing that intrigued me from your past, you were a developer in your past. How the hell did somebody get involved in this kind of business with your background? And the creation of this empathic vision.
Well, the brutal answer is that I was not really good developer. So I ended up to the management positions of managing developers. But of course, it helped to understand a little bit how ones and zeros, how they work. Of course, it makes sense. But then also I spent almost 5 to 6 years in an HR company. Or HR consulting company, and that inspired me to the human topics.
Thus, the happiness as the goal. And thank you for this very inspiring talk. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to